take your shit, little brother.
I take your shit, little brother.
I take your shit, little brother.
Talking about his dad.
He pump faking.
I take your bag. Police know what's up. Don't do all that. I take your bag. Why you trying to take this?
You gonna chase somebody with they, you know?
Noon hour on Matt Venezia. We start your newscast off with a story that we broke to you in the early morning hours on this Tuesday. A 21-year-old killed after a shooting took place at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Details, they've been slim all morning long, but we're slowly learning more information from local officials.
They fled the scene before officers arrived and are not yet in custody. Their name has also not yet been released. Officials confirmed that Amazon did evacuate the facility, and again, the shooting is still under investigation. We'll update you as we know more.
You know, in certain situations, even though somebody lost their life, it's going to be tough for some people to have some type of sympathy based on the information surrounding on what took place. Now, where I'm from, what we're about to discuss is a huge no-no, especially knowing you're not even tight. And I'm sorry, fam. When people say tight nowadays, especially where I'm from, meaning having protection, having your firearm on you. Today, we talk about a man who gunned down an ex-coworker on his job for trying to take his gun. Shot him in the head. Now, today, we're going to play a video, what I can play on YouTube. And I want you guys at the conclusion, let me know if this self-defense or is this young rapper going down the road for a very long time. Today we go over the details. Hear from his mom. We reached out. I'm hoping she reached back while I do this video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, in this video, we're going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Known for rappers like Kevin Gates, Boosie Badass, a.k.a. Lil Boosie, and even NBA Youngboy. Now some quick facts on Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and their artists using drumline beats reflect a deep connection to the region's rich culture traditions, rooted in marching bands, parades, and local festivities like Mardi Gras. The rhythm symbolized community pride, resilience, and a sense of identity, drawing inspiration from the legendary HBCU marching bands and local traditions that have been passed down through generations. Incorporating drumline sounds allow artists to pay homage to their hometown while creating powerful, energetic music that resonate with their community. And you can hear their artists' music like Fredo Bang. He's a well-known rapper, but the victim and the suspect of today's story, but they were aspiring rappers who also use drum lines in their music. Meet the suspect. Carl Gene Nash, just 18, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known by his rap stage name Soul 1X. Now, last year, Carl came home from a petty charge, and he worked at a local Amazon fulfillment center in his hometown that was built in 2022 for $200 million. Completed in December of 2022, the fulfillment center created over 1,000 jobs and over 800 construction jobs in the capital city. And that was during the pandemic, where orders went through the roof for Amazon because everybody was home. Fast forward 3 years later, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as of April 28, 2025, there have been 28 confirmed fatal overdoses. Year-to-date murders from January to February 2025 were 334, a 21.6 decrease compared to the same period in 2024 with 426. The NOPD made 76 arrests for illegal firearm possessions in 2025. A 56% decrease from 173 in 2024. Additionally, 341 firearms were seized in 2025, a 44% decrease from 600 firearms.
You know how bad it's done got. This nigga just had a switchy
Additionally, 341 firearms were seized in 2025, a 44% decrease from 615 seizures in 2024. Now, I said all that because on April 29th, 2025, Carl decided to take his firearm to his workplace at Amazon. And regardless if his firearm was legal or not,
he fighting them demons. You ain't heard his music?
He was prohibited from carrying a firearm.
Yeah, but he got demons he fighting.
The fact he felt the need to carry a firearm in his workplace let us know he out here beefing outside of work. And strangely enough, one of his ops might be an ex-coworker who worked at the Amazon fulfillment center as well. He pulled up.
You know it's tough when you and your ops both minimum wage.
His name was Dalen Anthony, just 21 years old. He also was an aspiring rapper named BG Native.
Only got 3 to understand. I get loaded, Easter paint, spark up with this spark again. All of the critics, they know I'm the.
Now, it's unknown why Dalen came up to his job, unless it was the sole purpose to get into an altercation with Carl. Now, Dalen ended up getting into a physical confrontation with Carl and realized that Carl had a firearm on him, even while at his workplace. But not knowing he recorded, Dalen decided to try to press Carl.
You don't try and walk take your firearm.
I'll
with
take
his...
your shit. Then he pushed him. Carl decided to brandish his firearm. Then
Right.
Dalen wanted to run inside the Amazon building, and Carl had shot him in the head. Unfortunately, Dalen didn't survive. May he rest in peace.
If he ran
Love
inside that
condolences to his
warehouse,
family.
that's not self-defense, is it? Somebody here to take it. Following him with his blick on.
Pump faking.
He ain't pump faking now. Sure, he got a shiesty on his head. You think he pump faking?
Yeah, take that boy.
Oh, oh yeah, he following him. He running him down.
On the warehouse at
Boy, he just ran him down something so crazy. First, I don't even know if that's self-defense because, yeah, he did try to take it, but then when he ran away, he wasn't a threat no more. So he went and hawked him down. So I don't know. Is that self-defense? I don't know. He may have to sit down for that shit. But why would you try and take something from somebody you don't got nothing? What does he think he is, Superman?
Former employee on the run accused in the killing.
You think he
Police so
bulletproof?
far, for some reason, have refused to release the suspect's name, although they tell us they know who it is. Our Elizabeth Bourgeois is here with what she's learned. Lizzie.
Yeah, investigators have identified the victim as 21-year-old Dalen Anthony, and he was a former employee of the Amazon facility. And like you said, police know who the shooter is, but have not released his name. The shooting happened just inside one of the glass entrance doors to the Amazon fulfillment center at the site of the old Cortana Mall off Florida. We're told video shot by a bystander shows two men in a heated verbal argument outside before the two head inside and 4 gunshots ring out.
It's just unfortunate whenever we have a loss of life and there was an intent to commit murder or to kill someone based off of a non-random act, but a targeted attempt.
Police say 21-year-old Dalen Anthony, a former employee here, died on the scene.
Apparently there was some kind of argument that took place prior to the shooting, which led up to him being shot. But what the actual motive was, we have not developed that yet.
The big question tonight, what led to the beef between the two men that ended in deadly gunfire?
A lot of these incidents are not random acts of violence. Of course, things like this happen as a result of a dispute or an ongoing dispute that could have been happening for days, weeks, months. We don't know.
Amazon issued a statement saying, we're saddened by this senseless act of violence and are focused on supporting our employees during this time. We're working with Baton Rouge police in their active investigation. Anyone with any information should call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
Now, when Carl was identified as the shooter and got arrested, Dalen's mom had went under that post and said the following: I forgive you, son. Just know that you don't need pride to be a man. Seek God, and he will forgive you too. You are just a baby, my God. And speaking of Dalen, after doing my research, he allegedly was fired back in December of 2024. But it was also reports that he was there to get his job back, to talk to HR. You have to go to the job site. They don't have a number to call and talk. But Dalen's mom had went to Instagram and said the following: God, never in a million years I thought I would have to come to the scene and see my child lifeless body land there. And nothing I can do to save you. God,
so
please, please help me. Mama gonna always love you, son. Always. Please, y'all. Let me process this. Love you all. Forever, son. Forever. Hashtag forever 21. Now, as we wrap this video up, once again, Dalen, rest in peace.
We ain't gonna know nothing about Dalen past 21. That is sad. Bro, these folks be kids. They be 21, 25, 30, still be a kid in your mind. Like, how do you go to your job to make money and you can't control your emotions? At no point. Man, that was a crazy video. It's your boy MasoMoney. Like, comment. I don't know. Do all the stuff you're supposed to do for a YouTuber. I'll see you in the next video. Just watch the next video.